mateys, well, given the cold weather that we're having and that we're going to probably continue to have for a while, I thought it'd be good to have a nice hearty soup for dinner. A good minestrone. Now there's a lot of variations to it. This is just the one I'm going to use. You could use some bacon in it, or sausage, or meat. Well, we're going to do basically a vegetarian one. Well, let me show you what we're going to need, and we'll get started. Well, I've taken the liberty of already dicing up our vegetables. We're going to have some zucchini, carrots, celery, onions. Now normally you'd use a fresh green bean, but I don't have those on hand, so I'm going to use a few canned green beans, and the same with spinach. A little canned spinach, you know, it's going to be cooked, so that'll taste alright. Diced tomatoes. And you can use kidney beans or whatever beans you want. I've got some black beans left from another dish, so I'm going to use these. I'm going to use some macaroni noodles that I had left from another dish. A little bit of tomato sauce. And a cup of chicken base. Now for spices, I've got a little bit of this basil I have left over that I dehydrated from the Saline Emporium. I'm going to use that. Of course, a little salt, a little garlic powder, or fresh garlic would be better if I had it, some Italian seasoning, and some parsley flakes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to saute our vegetables first with a little bit of olive oil. Alright, so, you know, I'm at home, I'm cooking on an electric stove. I'll tell you, I really miss my gas stove from the boat. Seaward by Whale, that was really nice. Alright, see, I've got this is nice and hot. Put our vegetables in, saute this up. We'll add a little salt and pepper. Now that's nice and sauteed, I'm going to add our diced tomatoes, green beans, spinach, and I think I'll use about 2/3 of our beans. That looks pretty good. Let's see how that looks all stirred up. Alright, that's a nice. Now we'll add the garlic, the parsley flakes, the dried oregano, and Italian seasoning. A cup of our liquid. Well, actually, I think we're going to use 2 cups. Yeah, we'll use 2 cups. Because this has got to cook a little bit. Now, if we're going to, since I've already pre-cooked the noodles, that's why I'm not adding more water to this. And you see it's kind of nice and thick. We want that. Now this is going to simmer for about a half hour. Get all the flavors nice and highlighted. Then I'll add the tomato sauce and the noodles, and we're ready to go. Well, that's been simmering about a half hour now. So I forgot to mention this earlier. Now I'm going to add the tomato sauce to it. Now, you don't have to use tomato sauce. You could just use tomato paste instead. You know, like I said before, recipes are not an exact science. They're just kind of a guideline. Oh yeah, look at that. And then I can also add our noodles, elbow macaroni. Now, if I were going to cook these in with this, from a raw state, I'd add an extra cup of water. Now we're going to let that simmer for about another 20 minutes or so, and we're going to have a feast. Alright, wow guys, look at this. A little bit of garlic bread, a great meal. Oh, nice steamy hot. superb. Superb. Wow. Really superb. Well, happy and safe boating to you, your family, and friends. Bon appetit.